Hi Scorpio, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of November 19th through the 25th. This is for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Scorpio Rising signs. So Scorpio, for this reading I am using the Wheel of the Year Tarot deck along with the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle cards. Okay, very interesting energy, Scorpio. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, I do have the Lovers card. So a Gemini could be significant for some of you. A choice, a decision might be needed here this week, Scorpio. Let's see what's underneath. Okay, the Lovers card. We have the Eight of Pentacles. I have the Star. And so some of you that I'm reading for here this week, Scorpio, you're very focused on your relationship. It's more relationship matters for you guys that are significant here this week. You might be working on a relationship. For those of you that are not with this person, maybe you're hoping to reconcile, something like that. For others, you know, this could be a decision about a job, something work-related, or even like a project, something you're working on. But the overall energy is the Five of Cups. And so for some of you, this is just some emotional energy. We do have a full moon here on the 23rd. And so, you know, that is like a theme I've seen for a lot of people is there's this, you know, emotional energy that a lot of people are dealing with at this time. And so here, some of you could be thinking about the past quite a bit. You also might need to change your, you know, perspective here. This is someone who needs a more positive, hopeful perception. So some of you needing to change the way you're viewing something here. With the Five of Cups, it's a very doubtful, pessimistic, doubtful, fearful, emotional energy. And then the clarifying card is actually the Six of Cups. And I think that some of you are thinking about the past quite a bit. And it could be because, you know, this is the week of Thanksgiving. And so, you know, people come together. People, you know, do think about past loved ones and things like that. And so I think that some of you are thinking about the past a little bit. You know, you also could be thinking about your children if you're separated from your children. No matter how old they are, you might be thinking about family and thinking about children a lot this week. You know, maybe some of you were trying to get out and spend some time with your family or your children here for Thanksgiving, but for whatever reasons, maybe you're stuck working or whatever. So that could be depressing you a little bit. So, you know, just keep that in mind, maybe needing to ground yourself, maybe needing to stay positive, and maybe you guys can come together at another time and kind of like make up for it in some way. So there's no, you know, there's not a need for all of you to, you know, think the worst here. You know, maybe there's something that you guys can do, maybe reschedule something. Because here we have the Knight of Wands, and so I feel like, you know, some of you maybe were hoping to travel. You could be traveling, you know, some of you definitely with the Knight of Wands and the Six of Swords here, you definitely could be traveling, but, you know, maybe some of you are traveling to see some family, you know, across the country or in one area, and you know, you're going to be separated from other people. So, you know, maybe you wanted to see everybody, but some of you are left having to travel. And so, you know, it just depends on who you are. With the Four of Cups here, you know, the Four of Cups is not someone who is emotionally super happy. It's not, you know, so we have some emotional energy, as you can see here with the 4, the 5, and the 6. You know, I don't feel like this is like depression or really sadness. It's more of like, you know, you know, you're not happy with kind of the way things are or how something is kind of happening. You wish it could maybe be different or better with the Four of Cups here, you know, wanting something different. Wanting something more. And so I feel like, you know, that's really what this is wanting something to play out maybe a little bit differently than it is. Now here, you know, what's interesting is we have the Tower, and so there could be some Scorpios that you're moving. I mean, it would be a kind of interesting time to move, but some of you could be moving house here with the Tower and the Knight of Wands. You know, there definitely could be some Scorpios that you're moving. And if you're not moving this week, I mean, it could be the following week, right at the end of the month. And, you know, this might be a week that you're planning, you're trying to get things in order. With the Two of Wands here, I do see you very focused on the future. And so I think that, you know, some of you, if you're not moving this week, which some of you definitely could be, and maybe you're going to be separated from your family because of that. Maybe you're moving here this week, and maybe you're moving to like a different area. Others, you know, you're planning, and so maybe you're moving like the last week of the month, because there's definitely physical travel that's in the cards for some of you. For other Scorpios, this is you moving towards a significant change here, significant change. There could be a shakeup of some kind, and don't think that that's automatically negative. Because it's not. Here with the Four of Cups, you know, if you've been in a relationship and you haven't been the happiest with the Four of Cups, this is you wanting more, not emotionally fulfilled. You know, some of you could be leaving a relationship. It might be a toxic one because we do have the Devil here. And so you might be leaving a relationship. Now, some of you, there could even be like a three-party situation. With the Lovers card at the bottom of the deck, the Devil, and then we also have the Seven of Swords. There definitely could be some Scorpios that I'm reading for where there's like a three-party situation. You know, you have to make a decision, maybe who you want to be with. You know, it is Thanksgiving. Maybe you're making a decision about who you're going to spend time with for the holiday. Something like that. You know, it is a very interesting spread here, Scorpio. Others, you know, I think that you've been trying to move forward down this new path. With the Six of Cups, someone or something from the past is significant. I think that some of you are waiting on closure, waiting on news, waiting on information. Maybe waiting to be able to move forward. I think that some of you have been waiting. But with the Page of Wands here, you know, that news will come in. It might come in for some of you when you least expect it. With the Knight of Wands and the Tower, oftentimes when I have these two together, can represent something happening very, very suddenly. So there could be like some sort of sudden events that are taking place for some of you. Could be hearing from someone very suddenly here this week. If you're already partnered, it could be an ex. You know, it might be an ex popping back up. You know, this might be a temptation that's coming in for some of you. So some of you maybe have to make a decision, you know, what you're going to do about that. This might even be someone that you cared for very much. You're not over this person, but maybe you're in a new relationship, Scorpio. And so, you know, maybe you feel like this person was your soulmate, or, you know, you just still care for them very much. But maybe you're in a new relationship, and so it's a difficult situation, and some of you could be emotional because of that. You know, but let's pull you an additional guidance card. Let's see for Scorpio. But there definitely could be a temptation for those of you that are partnered. There could be a sudden temptation that's coming in for you. And it could be while you're traveling. Maybe you're traveling for the holiday. You could be traveling back home, and maybe you're bumping into someone. Could be an ex, or it could be someone that you went to school with, or someone you haven't seen for a very long time. So just keep that in mind. Scorpio, what else does Scorpio need to know? Okay, the Keeper of Scales, Keeper of the Scales, fairness and balance. Interesting. And then we also have the Ringmaster of Scrutiny, discernment, clear vision, and details. Okay, very interesting. So for some of you, if you are traveling back home and you are seeing someone from your past, maybe someone that you're not completely over, something like that, if you do have some sort of temptation coming in, I think you need to be fair with this card here. You need to be fair to that person that you're in a relationship with now. For those of you that are coupled and maybe you're bumping into someone from the past. Overall this week, needing to be fair, and maybe some of you need to stay balanced. You know, maybe you're traveling, maybe you're visiting multiple different families or family members here. You might have a lot going on, and so balance might be what's needed for some of you. And then here with this card, you know, maybe not all is known, so just be aware of that. There could be some details or some sort of truths that are hidden. We do have a full moon here this week, and so just keep that in mind. Maybe not all is known here, so just make sure that you're seeing things clearly, truthfully, clearly. Here because we do have a full moon, and so, you know, I'm seeing a lot of emotional energy for a lot of different people, a lot of the different signs, but here I think not all is known, and so things will surface, things will come to light, things will be revealed. And so, yeah, that's quite interesting. Scorpio, definitely a very interesting reading. I do want to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. If you are interested in having a private reading, please check out northeasttarot.com. I wish you guys a great week.